My name's Jack Sanderson.
I'm Mark Hartman.
I'm Brian Pope. I'm Andrew Stevens.
We're Flint Eastwood here at Canadian Music Week with AU Review. We've all kind of been here as tourists. We've never really been... Okay. We never played in Toronto before. We never played in Canada. This is our first show in Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
So you did one show last night?
Yeah, we did. We played.
So how did it go?
It went really well. We played at Bovine Sex Club in, I don't even know what part of Toronto it's in, but yeah, it was really cool. It was the place is crazy. The bar looked like it was just like a scene out of Mad Max, the movie Mad Max, and it was just like stuff was everywhere, and there were like fences and just like baby dolls all up on the walls. It was really sick. It was cool though. We didn't really know what to expect coming into a music festival like this, where it's a lot of industry people, and we've never played a show in Canada, and luckily the audience was very receptive, and it was a lot of fun. Our show definitely takes some audience participation, and they were all down, so it was a good time.
And as you said, that's not always a given at an industry showcase.
Yeah, which is nice, because we've played some where people have just been very stoic, which is cool. I mean, that's their thing, but we were excited that people were down to party with us. It was a good time.
And you mentioned that you're going to be heading home and then heading off on a little tour of North America?
We are. We're doing just like a weekend kind of date. We're doing, I think, 3 shows once we get home. So we're going back home to Detroit today, and then tomorrow we're playing in South Bend, Indiana, for like this little music festival, and then we're playing Chicago, Illinois, and then Grand Rapids, Michigan, and then back home to Detroit.
So you just found out, too, that you were on a list. You might need to explain it. You were on a list of, like, top acts to see this summer in the U.S.?
Yeah. We, is it Detroit News or Detroit? Okay. Detroit News posted up something, which is, like, the main newspaper in Detroit. They posted up like this whole event thing of like main acts to see, and we're throwing this big hometown headline date where we're just got all of our friends that we really love to all play this. We're throwing a festival basically called the Flint Family Barbecue, and it's on May 31st at the Crowfoot, which is a pretty well-known venue in the Detroit area. And so yeah, he was gracious enough to like put us between like Vampire Weekend and Beck, and like just all of these awesome acts, and then there's just us in there, which is really cool, especially because we're still considered like a glorified local band in Detroit. So it's sick to see that people are starting to latch on.
Well, what does it mean to be a glorified local band in Detroit? Because it seems like it does seem like there is an emerging scene there. I mean, there's more festivals popping up there than I think anywhere else in America.
No, definitely. It's very cool. The scene in Detroit is absolutely phenomenal right now. For a long time, it was very centered around garage rock with like, Jack White kind of sprung that whole genre of music, and there's the techno scene, the EDM scene of Detroit, but now they're starting to be more like hip hop and pop and just like a blend of so much stuff. Detroit is a very diverse city in that manner. There's not a lot of people there, so you can kind of just like develop whatever you want and make it into whatever you want. So it's awesome to be able to be a part of a scene that's so open and so eclectic.
It seems to be a place that, because it is a cheaper place to live, that it is attracting a lot of creative types from around the country.
Oh, definitely. It's insanely cheap to live there. They just put up a website, like the city government put up a website where it's basically just auctioning off houses, and the bidding starts at $1,000. So you can literally get a house for $1,000. Cheapest rent there is like $300 American dollars a month, or $350 you can get a studio, which is insane. You can't get that anywhere. It's ridiculously cheap to live there. And so because of that, they've got a lot of like underground artists that come there. A lot of street artists come there too, because it's like a blank canvas. But it's wonderful because it's so open-ended to whatever you want Detroit to be, you can make it happen. And it's a great spirit of the city, that everybody just wants awesome things to come from Detroit, and they want the scene to thrive. So everyone's willing to work together, and it's just an awesome community it's building. It's a lot of fun.